So crabby until I get my coffee. Happy New Year. Happy New Year! Excuse my appearance this morning. It was a rough night of partying. Just kidding. My 1.5-year-old was partying at about 4 a.m. And I look phenomenal this morning. This car video has already gone off the rails. But I'm not really crabby. And I do want to give you something valuable today in regards to advice to start the new year. We often talk about on this channel, about doing short-term action plans, whether it be like something like the 7-day mental diet or, a 3 or 4 or 6 week habit. And if you're into the stuff we talk about and into my channel, you know that I have a new book out called Money Your Friend. Money Your Friend. And if you don't have a copy, I would suggest you get one. It's only $1 currently on Kindle. I'll put the link below, the international link. It's free if you have Kindle Unlimited. I suggest you get a copy because it's a good book, and it's going to probably give you some insights into your financial behavior that you have not had before. Even if you're familiar with a lot of this money mindset, money manifesting work that we hear about. It took me a long time to write the book because I really wanted to get into the nitty gritty, nuanced stuff that we don't hear spoken about that much. And if you want, you can also dive completely into the content of the book and do the 30-day exercise that is described in it. You will benefit from the book whether or not you do the 30-day exercise if you're already into these manifesting and self-improvement and spirituality ideas, because like I said, there's some very unique insights in it. But the advice in the book really is suggesting that you try out this 30-day thing, this 30-day experiment, basically. And it being the first day of 2024 when I record this car video, it's as good a time as any to start a 30-day experiment of doing the 2 exercises described in the book. Now, I'm not trying to be mysterious and not describing the 2 exercises here. It's just I describe them much more eloquently and in a much more refined way in the book. So it's just looking at the book and also watching the workshop that we did a week or 2 ago. I'll put a link above to that workshop where I talk more about the 2 habits, basically, that I recommend you do over the next 30 days. We spoke about this in the workshop. People make resolutions, especially around New Year's, all the time, and then they fall off the wagon very quickly. They make it through a couple days and they're like, oh, this is too hard. I can't lose these 20 pounds. This is unrealistic. Or they just become too unmotivated, or they become too distracted, or whatever. If you want to improve, I would say, honestly, your life in general, but certainly your outlook towards money. If you want to improve that, I would say, honestly, if you do this exercise for 30 days, it will improve your outlook towards money for the rest of your life. If you do it with any type of seriousness. But if you not only want to improve the outlook, but really kind of transform that outlook for the rest of your life and begin 2024 in a new way, turn a new leaf in 2024 when it comes to looking at money, feeling better about money, feeling better about life. The 30-day exercise described in Money Your Friend, I feel very confident will help you. And it's also simple and straightforward. You can do it. You can definitely do it over 30 days. You do not have to do it for all of 2024. But if you do it for 30 days, that will be enough to get the benefit of what it's saying. And after 30 days, you can decide what you want to do with the information. You can keep on doing it the same way or modify it. I talk about this in the book. But, yeah, I mean, it's so easy when it comes to things like money or other big subjects that tend to bother people, like their health or their relationships. It's so easy to hear advice that's theoretical about it. But it's usually much harder to actually implement some of that advice and take action to change it. And, this book, Money Your Friend, is all about taking simple action to change it. In this case, in regards to money. But like I said, if you follow the advice, because it's meditative and deep enough, it will actually affect, in my opinion, many facets of your life, not just your outlook towards money. So I want to remind people of that as they start the new year, that the 30-day exercise and Money Your Friend might be beneficial to them. And, if we're serious about applying these various law of assumption, law of attraction type of ideas into our life, we really actually, and we spoke about this also in the workshop, we really can't be that excited about it being January 1st and starting and turning a new leaf. We really have to turn a new leaf all the time. I believe, Neville liked to quote, I believe it's St. Paul. I believe it's Paul. Neville liked to quote, I think Goldsmith liked to quote Paul as well, and saying that, you have to die every day, basically, and become a new person every day. So New Year's is nothing special. What's special is today and turning a new leaf today. And then you'll turn a new leaf tomorrow. That's a more, I think, real approach to these ideas. Because they're deep. If we want to get deep with these ideas, we can get deep with them, And the problem is we stay in the shallows, and we don't get deep with them too often. We were talking about this in the last video. I'll link above to the last video where I quoted Joel Goldsmith and how we can utilize things like affirmations and some of these other techniques that are very popular in a deeper way. And it's by becoming more real and honest with ourselves and more open with ourselves and more present with ourselves. So, that's what this channel hopefully provides you in some way. I also want to let you know that I am offering free consultations to people, brief 15, 20-minute consultations to people if you think I can be a help to you, and if you think my coaching over the long term could be beneficial to you. But I don't know, when we have these consultations, there's no pressure. This isn't a sales push or anything like that. I'm seeing if I can help you. And, usually speaking to somebody on the phone or on Zoom is different and more beneficial than just hearing somebody on YouTube talk about these ideas, because it becomes more real. And again, this realness, this depth is what we want to access more often. So in 2024, I'm going to probably, continue to emphasize depth, obviously, but also, engaging in whatever way you can with yourself, ways to take action to make this stuff more real in your life. One way to do that, in my opinion, is to talk to me briefly. Another way is to decide you are going to do an exercise, like the exercise in Money Your Friend, for 30 days and do it. Taking simple but significant action on a daily basis, dying every day, living every day, you could say, in that way. Very important. So if you have any questions, or if you'd like to reach me, I can be reached at radicalcounselor.com. This video is just about 10 minutes. Happy 2024.